G'day YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report, 20 to 30. It's 6:45 in the morning here, Monday morning, and it's 21.6 degrees now, and they say we're going to get to 30 today. It's slightly overcast this morning. Whether that clears or not I don't know. We did have a light shower last night, but not an awful lot in it. No major rain at all, so yeah, still in the middle of a drought, but that's alright. Might be a bit of weather change coming. I've got a bit of asthma, but that can also happen. I slashed the paddock on the weekend. At the end of the video I've got a bit of a, end of the stew I've got a bit of a clip on the paddock and how we went with that. We're sort of getting ready for the young fella's wedding. The young fella's getting married in 4 weeks' time. I think it is March 13, Saturday, March 13, and we've got a lot of relatives staying here. We've got, I've got my mate Mick and Marg, and they're 3 boys, and one of them's got his lady and a kid there with them, and then I've got 2, Ray and Reen, nephew and niece, then Dave and Belinda, there's another nephew, and they got 4 kids coming, and plus one of them's bringing a girlfriend, the older fella's bringing a girlfriend, so I've got my mate Paulie that has that little red Austin that I showed ages ago. It doesn't live here anymore, but he's got a better accommodation for the car that's a bit friendlier than over in the containers and things. So he's coming out to stay. He's going to be my balm at the wedding. So Tim and Ali, they're the ones getting married, the young fella, and they have every second Friday night. We have a family tradition, and they come around for dinner Friday night. They've got the kids that weekend, so they get all come around for dinner, and it's just a standard thing. So we get to see them all at least once a fortnight. And at the moment, all the talk around the dinner table is weddings. This is organised, that's organised, what are we going to do there, what should we do here, and things like that. So everything's a bit in wedding mode, except I'm in tractor and ute mode, so the whole rest of the family's in wedding mode. But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a big nice day, and yeah, just a big family get together, and my mate Rick and Tracy, they're coming up to stay at home here, and yeah, so she's going to be a bit busy. The young fella the night before the wedding, he's staying here, which might be a bit of bad management, because I was talking to one of the nephews last night, and I'll probably be up here Friday, and yeah, I suppose if there's no COVID restrictions, my sister and brother-in-law will be up from down at Shoalhaven Heads, down south of Sydney, New South Wales, so they'll be up, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. So yeah, we're just sort of getting organised, and Jude's tidying up the house, and the garage where we just put, the garage, we don't use the garage, we just have shelving on the side, and it's just every house has got one, you know, that room where all the junk goes. So we're organising that, getting that nice and tidy so people can come through and use that toilet, and I'm servicing the barbecues, getting all them ready, and yeah, away we go. There's a bit of rain on the roof. Just a light shower. So that's good. We've got plenty of tank water here at the moment. It's sort of a green drought. We haven't had the rain, the dams aren't full at all, and yeah, just one of those things. Not much we can do about it. So you can hear a little bit of rain on the roof, and the front doors are just rattling. There just must be a little bit of breeze coming, so I don't think it'll wash it out too much. We'll see. It doesn't hurt to hear a bit of rain, does it? But I've got the Triton out the front here, and we've had the towing mirrors on the Triton, and they're a bit big, and I take the Triton to work Fridays because through the week Nicole does the posting with Judy's little Toyota Yaris, and on Fridays she has to use my car, so the mirrors are a bit big, and she's not comfortable with the new Cruiser. It's just a bit big for her, so I'm going to put the standard mirrors on that this morning, and they're good, they fold in, so we'll see how we go. Alright, I might pull up there, I reckon she'll be washing out nicely. Well, looks like looks like the shower's over. I just stopped the camera, I opened the front doors properly to stop them rattling and put a wedge in the back door, and there's still a little bit of rain on the roof, but it doesn't look like, I don't think you'll be hearing much of it. And anyway, it'd be nice if nice if it pisses down. I've got to do the whole show again. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? You'll notice I'm near the little TEA 20. Of an evening, I've been working on this. I didn't film while just sitting the steering box back on. You saw me undo it, and it's just a case of sit it on, put the bolts in, and I've put the battery box and all back on. And I haven't hooked the throttle up yet or anything like that. I've just been a bit busy. So I'm moving forward with this. I've got the new wheel bearings and all that I need to do. But I'll probably, things I won't film is just sitting the fuel tank on, hooking the carby up and things like that. This oil line, I have a new oil line to put on it. This one's getting a bit rusty, so I'll feed that through and I'll bend that up and get that all ready to rock and roll. And I'll get the tank on and all that. And look, maybe this week if I can get a chance, if I get a chance to have a go. Still really busy, work's busy, and yeah, I'll just seem to work all the time. That's alright. On the weekend, I actually got a lot of wiring done on the Land Cruiser ute. I got the BC-DC charger in, and we got a spare battery box put in early, or late last week I think it was. Might have been a week before. Well, we couldn't get a battery, but the battery turned up last Tuesday, so I fitted the battery. I've got the second battery system working, and there's a Red Arc SB100 solenoid there, and because ARB couldn't actually test the system because we couldn't get a battery, when I put the battery in, the solenoid wasn't exciting like it was supposed to, so I checked all the wiring and all that on it, and I thought, well, yeah, that looks pretty good. I ARB wired it up, and I couldn't fault their work. It was neat. Everything went to the right place, but this solenoid wouldn't engage. So I went into ARB Bundy Bear and had to talk to Ron, and he checked it again because he said, most times with problems with anything in four-wheel drive new gear, he says it's not very often that the solenoid will fail. He says it's pretty well always human error, and which that's true. And so we had a look, and he couldn't fault it either. And anyway, we're just having a bit of a chat, and he says, tell you what, he says, I wonder is that where they've got it on the engine, it's on the bottom of the intercooler. There's a hole there, and I've got a little bracket there for it to sit on. And he said, I wonder is the engine earthing out, properly. He said, if you get a chance, run an earth from the solenoid to the battery, a proper battery negative, as an earth, and see if it works. And look, it worked like a beauty. And he was telling me that, he said, some of these new cars, everything's well insulated, and this intercooler, where it's pipes down onto the motor, but it can't be getting a good earth there. And he said the best thing you can do with some modern cars is actually run a good earth, an earth the chassis, because everything's rubber insulated, so you don't get any vibrations through, and so you don't spill your coffee on the way to work in the morning, I suppose. And so I come home and I run an earth, I run a 6mm earth, and everything's working fine, works like a beauty. So yeah, just amazing that, and he said they'd seen it a couple of times before, and he said with the Land Cruisers, they have it's a V8, and some fella in Toyota thought it was a good idea to put a starter motor in the V of the V8 in the centre there. I don't know who thinks that would be a good idea, but anyway, he said they've actually had, he has heard of starter motor troubles, and they're caused by a bad earth. So he said you run an earth from your negative battery or back to chassis to your starter, and your starting troubles are all gone. I don't have that trouble. I was just having trouble with the isolated and the starter runs fine. So they must be getting an earth in there somewhere, but unless it's earthed in through a starter harness or something like that, I wouldn't be sure. But anyway, it's going fine now. I've got the lithium battery all set up. I've got the lights in under the doors set up yesterday. I've got the air compressor wired up properly. Now it's wired up, and ARB actually had the tank the other day for me, the air tank, and I've got the air tank mounted up inside a toolbox, or on the outside, between the toolbox and the chassis there's room to have it there protected. And so I've got it there, and yeah, it's out of the way, but I need to plumb it in properly now, and I need to finish plumbing the water in. So it sounds like the shower's coming over a bit heavy. It'd suit me fine just to have a rainy day. That will just be the duck's nuts. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, it's probably coming over a bit heavy again. I'll probably, oh, listen to that. Hey, you could listen to that all day, couldn't you? Well, I could. Just lovely. But I'll hold it there. It'll probably start washing out if it gets any heavier. And yeah, I might bring that Triton and start doing the move. Wow, look at this. Lovely shower. I just put the tractors out there. I'll come around here a bit. I just put the tractors out there to sweep the floor and have a bit of a tidy up so I could bring them back in and yeah, get them just a quick tidy up, and guess what? Yeah, gonna get a wet ass bringing them back inside, but that won't matter. Look at that, just a lovely shower. Even got a couple of little puddles. That's my little Ford 3550 front end loader. My friend Fred bought that off me the other day, so he'll be coming to grab that. Yeah, probably this coming weekend by the sound of it. Yeah, so that'll be good. Another bit of junk out of the way. A few bob to put back into the Land Cruiser. God, that's costing a lot of money. Doesn't matter. It'll be great when we got it done. But yeah, what a lovely shower rain. Nice soaking rain, no runoff, which is a bit of a shame, but anyway, we love it. Kelly dog, she's out there going to go and get wet. She's going to go, oh, I can't see where she's going. She's going to go under, oh, she's eating a bit of grass. Going to have a big doggy spit later on. Oh, I can sit in the doorway and watch this all day. Okay, here we are. I'm going to take these mirrors off. They're a great mirror, but there's just there's a little speaker clip inside here. It comes unplugged from down the bottom there. And it's as simple as 3 bolts. 3 10mm bolts. So I do take these on and off a little bit depending on what I need to do. I always leave the top one to last because it'll support the weight better. Try and bring the nut out in the socket if I can. There we go. And this is the top one. And the support the door. I'll support the mirror. And bring all the wiring out. Now the wiring does all the indicators. They're electric mirrors. There you go. One mirror out. Come over and find the right mirror. Hey, Kelly Dog. Kelly Dog thinks it might be a good time to hop in the car. We've got some bad news for her. And that's the other mirror. These have automatic fold. Actually, that's not the right one, Lance. You've got a wallet. Okay. Put the weather shield in place. Bring the wiring through. Pretty easy job really, it's not not too hard to do. I think you can see me there. The door frame's in the way a bit, but that's alright. You can see enough of my ugly door. Okay, plug them in. Get down in the door out of the way. A little speaker. Together like that. Little clip back on. Okay, I'll give him a start and just see. Actually, I might try to just put the ignition on. That. Move it up and down and left and right. And it folds. Okay, one done. Okay, we'll have another go at this stew. We've been watched out a couple of times now, but that's just fine. Doesn't matter at all. You can hear the shed creaking a little bit, but yeah, they're just light showers, but in the shed here it just sounds a bit noisy, so I pull up just to try and keep the sound somewhere near decent. With the stews, I don't often use all the sound gear, the sound cancelling sound gear, because it's just a stew, it's just a chat sort of thing, and unless it gets real bad, I don't hop into it. Through the week, I ordered the parts from Sparex for doing the Massey Ferguson 188 steering video. We've got some of the parts here. We're still waiting on some more. That's the main steering shaft we're going to put in it. We're still waiting on the pitman arm shaft and a couple of things like that. So that's good. I went and got it from over in the barn where I had it stored on a pallet, the steering box, and I brought it over, and I've got it out the back door there where the pressure cleaner is, and I degreased it all and buggered around and went to crank the pressure cleaner up, and the main pump on the shed here that I pump water with, the pressure pump shit itself. So I thought, oh, I wonder if gravity feed would have enough water from the tank, gravity feeding through the pressure cleaner to give us a good enough pressure, but no goes. I've got to hop up in there today behind the steel rack and see if I can do a reset or something like that. It has been playing up a little bit, and sometimes I can switch it off and switch it on and it'll go again. But look, the shed was built in the year June 2000. So yeah, I suppose that pump's been there for 20 years, so I suppose it wouldn't owe me too much. And look at that. While I'm filming I just filmed, as you'll see in the studio, I just filmed doing changing the mirrors out on the Mitsubishi Triton, and just because it was showering a little bit, and as soon as I sit down here for a chat, she's raining again, so it doesn't matter. Hey, we'll survive. So we'll see how we go, but oh, she's coming in strong again. There's a pain stopping starting videos, but this rain's just bloody beautiful. I hope it just pisses down all day. Well, here you go. There's the paddocks looking nice, all slashed. We're sort of trying to tidy up. We got the young fella's wedding in 3 weeks. Well, it might be 4 weeks now. Anyway, it's coming up. So we're trying to make the place look tidy. So everything's been all cleaned. My friend Paulie, he's been cleaning around the trailer there, and then if we have a look over, yep, over in there, we've been pulling some trees out along the fence line. Me neighbour that buddy abuses us and carries on, he's wanting me to clean the fence line so we can put a wire up. I don't know whether he's ever going to do it. I do have my doubts, but we might go to solicitor if we need to. And yeah, so I've been pulling trees out from there, and then if we swing around here without you getting too dizzy, I can come back out again, and we're putting them on a heap there to burn. And the 1640 John Deere, it did all the slashing for me, and oh, it's a good tractor that. I originally bought it, I was going to do it up and sell it, but I like it that much I'm going to keep it. Not to worry. Jude says, you don't sell much. I said, no, I don't really want to. And there's the slasher. Remember I painted the slasher, well, on this last weekend, a couple of the stabiliser chains on the tractor in the back there, they were, yeah, you can see where the arms go. Down in the side there's a stabiliser chain. Well, they were seized because the tractor hadn't been used for so long. So I freed all that up and got all that working. Had to heat them up and bug around to get them all free again because she sat for so long. And I've got the PDO all hooked up now. You may notice I don't run a PDO clutch on this. I know I don't take it anywhere else, and I know my paddock. And so when we have a look at the paddock, there's no stumps, no bits and pieces there anywhere. Today we're probably going to try and bring the caravan up the back out of the way until we can get our little insurance job done on it for Brendan. And oh, another thing to note is this tractor that I've been on, the pardon me. Another thing to note is this tractor, you'll notice that slashes up off the ground, and you can see that even the back wheel's off the ground. So it's Monday morning now. I parked that there late. It was just going on dark sort of thing on Saturday evening, so it stayed up there all Saturday night, all Sunday night, and so that gives you a fair indication of how good the hydraulics are on the old girl. John Deere's have really good back hydraulics, as in for holding and things like that. I know I've got a lot of Massey Ferguson followers, but the Fergies with the with the split rings on the piston, they always go down, and it's just the nature of the Fergie. They just go down. Where a John Deere, you can hold an implement up for ages. I believe they're a better hydraulic system. But in saying that, Massey Ferguson, the grey Fergies and all the 165, 168 and all that sort of thing, I believe they have a better drafting system. These have lower link sensing, so it deflects the lower shaft where the bottom arms are. It deflects that for your draft control, which is not a problem for slashing because we do it all in position control. But I can adjust these up and get them really sensitive on the draft, just by fiddling with the adjustments, you know, for cotton keying and things like that. But the Fergies, the little light Fergies, they can draft a lot lighter normally. So anyway, horses for courses, I suppose. But gosh, it's a great old tractor. This, I'm really pleased I come across it and did it up. But yeah, that's pretty well all Saturday accounted for. But the paddock is looking nice. It's looking lovely.